Good afternoon, guys. It's another Friday weekend build-up, and here are my colleagues Kolo hapa hivi, the Liverpool fan, and Isaac, the Manchester United fan. I'm a Barcelona fan, but today unaona kama nguo yangu t-shirt iko na there's a Kenyan flag here because later today at around 4, the under-17 national women's team or women's football team will be playing Uganda, our neighbors here, for the FIFA under-17 qualifiers. Remember, we've already knocked out Namibia. It was a thrashing. We beat them 7-1. So now we are playing Uganda in the first leg. Remember, the second leg will be in Nairobi next week. But after we beat Rwanda, Uganda will have to go for the third round. And if we qualify, we're going to the World Cup in Morocco for the first time in Africa. Remember, the last time we lost in this particular stage, actually, we had beat, we beat Uganda 5-0 in this particular round 2. And then on the final round, we lost. But hopefully this time around, Mildred Cheche and Haggers will be lucky enough. Sasa ndugu zangu, how are you, Kolo?
I'm good. I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing well.
You have been doing well?
Kabisa.
Well, it's a Friday, to be honest. It's a Friday evening, so we're not supposed to be working. That's why Aizo, how are you?
Yeah, good. Just received news that Carrick has been confirmed as the manager until 2028. I'm happy. I'm good. Looking
Looks
towards the
like good
weekend.
news, bro. Looks like
Yeah,
good
very good news.
Unaongea bila confidence ndugu yangu, pole sana, huyo ndo yuko. So today we have some things to catch up on because the World Cup squads are streaming in. We've already seen the African teams have already named their squad. Senegal, tayari squad yao. Egypt, we have by the way, Hamza. Hamza is playing he was signed, I think, in the January window, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he was signed in the January window to play for the reserve team. That's Sparta Athletic. But there's some reason his signing was delayed because of the work permits and the visas and stuff. So he signed a bit. He was signed, yes, but he started playing a bit late, and he was sent to the subsidiary huko chini kabisa, to the academy literally, to play there. So for the first time unashangaa mtu ametoka academy and he's gotten a call up to the Egyptian national team for the World Cup 2026. Imagine, bro, crazy. I've also seen England have released their squad. There's a lot of talking points there. Germany, our goalkeeper, our captain still, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, has missed out. South Africa, I think, have already announced their squad. So many teams have announced their squads, USA and everyone. We'll be talking about that and the title. So let me tell you a story for the sake of the listeners, because this is Record Najua. So we were having a meeting on Tuesday. Tunapanga kabisa, we'll go and do an activation on Saturday to prepare for Sunday, because it was the final match week of the English Premier League and all the teams were playing at the same time. That is 6 p.m. So tushapanga hapa, tunapeana merchandise this number, tutapeana giveaways this number, tutafanya content nakaa hivi, tutafanya hivi, and yo, Rama was sneaking in the idea and I didn't quite think it will materialize. Akasema tu, you know, this plan is dependent of how Manchester City performs tomorrow night. Mimi nilikuwa hapa nasema jaba, but you know, like I couldn't dismiss him because it was a possibility, but kwa akili yangu ilikuwa jaba. Man City surely na Everton, bro, imagine I have to replan again because Manchester City instead and Arsenal, who are declared the champions of England for the first time in 22 years. Literally, now that I think about it, I've never seen Arsenal win. Everyone is disappearing here. I don't know if Aizo, you can hear me.
I can hear you. You are breaking up a little bit kidogo hapo.
Now, everyone is back. No, we are not breaking up, my brother.
You are breaking up.
You said we were breaking up, and I was like, when did we start this relationship?
You were breaking
anyway,
up.
I was telling you. I was telling you. So Manchester City failed to hold up for the final battle, which was supposed to be on Sunday, and now we have to restructure everything. Yes, tomorrow we'll be doing the giveaways and stuff, but we have to change the angle because now we are not only we are not expecting champions, we already have confirmed champions, and it will be celebrations for the Arsenal fans. I must say, congratulations, because as a Barcelona fan, I was having two of my kids fighting for this league title. On one hand is Pep Guardiola, my captain, my La Masia kid. I love the guy, legend of the club. On this other hand was a failed La Masia kid. He graduated, yes, but he couldn't manage to sneak into the first team, Mikel Arteta. So Mimi, as the father, I was just observing from afar. Naangalia tu which son is willing to make me proud. I'm just observing hapa na pale. Sina bias kubwa. So I'm happy equally. Mwenye angeshinda if it were Man City, fair enough, it were Arsenal. Now that it is Arsenal, I am the happiest. Brother Kolo, I know your team is the defending champions and they're the ones who are handing over Arsenal that title. You have to be the first one to make a comment on this story.
Okay, so the reality is, congratulations to Arsenal. It is not my best day. I believe that now we have gone back to the dark ages. There were 2003, 2004 were dark ages when Arsenal and Manchester United used to dominate the league and they could never keep quiet for a season. So we are now back to the dark ages because you see, for them winning is very rare. So for this season, I'm sure they're going to shout, they're going to make noise. Yeah, but let's hope for the next 1 year. Let's pray to God that God is going to restore how football normally is in a scenario where we get to see Manchester City and Liverpool dominate. But currently we are living in dark ages. I am saddened by everything. I am so disappointed with Slot because he could not mount up a title defense. And I honestly feel that it was not for Manchester City to chase, but it was for Liverpool to defend. But as you have seen, we've fallen apart. We are the joke of the Premier League for this season. And yeah, that's it. So congratulations to Arsenal. I am not happy. It's taken me back to dark days when people never used to keep quiet. So for the next one season, I'm so sure they're going to talk the whole season because they're not used to winning. But after this season, they'll go back.
They're not used to winning. We saw how the crowds are mounting up outside Emirates Stadium after the final whistle. That was on Wednesday night. And to be honest, it was beautiful scenes. I was talking to my friends. I actually wanted to reach out to Stella, who is my colleague, to give him a couple of tips on how to behave when you win a league title. Because, everyone knows I am a Barcelona fan and we just won our league title. So I have a couple of tips here and there. Like I wanted to tell her that you need to do a parade just immediately after you win so that people don't forget. They are not used to it, but I wanted to remind her that your trophy ni kubwa. It's not like an FA trophy that you can lift it even na mkono moja. No, it's a big one, masikio kubwa kidogo. You have to shika it with two hands ndo isianguke. So tips hapa na pale for my sister, and I'm sure wanazitumia. Isaac, I know you guys were competing for nothing this season, with all due respect, but you have been considering Arsenal for the longest time. Nyinyi mtaki washinde. Yani, you're the type of people who hamshindi kitu, lakini you derive happiness from also other people failing. Now that Arsenal have not failed, what do you have to say? Unajitetea ukiwa wapi?
Competing for nothing was it necessary? I mean, I wouldn't say we are competing for nothing because fair enough. Towards the end of the season, we were nowhere.
It was nothing, bro.
It was not nothing. Come on, we were chasing the league. We became the third best team.
Where?
Anyway, to Arsenal, as a Manchester United fan, I'm not happy that Arsenal won the league. But again, looking at it, I'm a bit happy because Now, if Man City had won the league now, maybe it could have been Farmers League, like your La Liga, where it's only 2 teams that actually win the league the entire 10, 15 years. So for Arsenal, yes, I'm happy. I'm happy for Arsenal because if it was my team, to be honest, if Manchester United won the league, I'll be out of this world, because yes, I'm a Man United fan, not an Arsenal fan, but at the end of the day, I am a football fan, and seeing those scenes at the Emirates, seeing those scenes from Nairobi, from all over the world, just pure joy. I mean, the Arsenal fans were in thousands during the night. It was 3 a.m. in the night. People are still streaming in, or rather just outside the Emirates. So for Arsenal winning it after 22 years, and looking at it from a football fan perspective, it was just seeing how happy they are. The fans were crying, hugging each other. You just smile, because finally football has won. Because Man City, actually, my parting point will be this: Man City for the Premier League have won so long, the past decade, since Pep Guardiola came, until the other teams, actually, it felt now it's not special winning the league, because just compare the celebrations from Arsenal fans and when Man City were winning the league, because winning the league is a very big thing, and for Man City it was like, okay, so we never saw really another team win and celebrate like this now, maybe apart from Liverpool when they won it. So yeah, from a football fan, it was nice scenes. At least football is still there.
Well, to be honest, I can confirm it to you that winning the league is a huge thing, because we have done it so many times, actually 29 times. But you have to be fair to Manchester City. They have like 29 fans only, and you can say maybe 27 of them are in England, the city of Manchester, and we have 2 in Kenya, Luton being one of them. So I've seen Arsenal fans in Africa, but now celebrating. I've loved it. And Uganda actually, I think, leads the log with the celebrations. It has been amazing. Well, we know Arsenal has a huge presence in Uganda, but to be honest, they impressed me even better. I've seen Kenya also celebrations led by Useful Idiot. He's a content creator. Nimeona paka the Nairobi governor actually has given a token for Arsenal fans to celebrate. I'm like, hey, well, now I need to make sure the Spanish teams also have a strong presence in Kenya, because if people are getting tokens for winning the league, my brother would have been rich by now. Anyway, tying the news that Arsenal won the league to the recent events, last week we preempted the idea that Pep might be leaving Manchester City, and eventually today it has been confirmed that Pep Guardiola, after 10 years at Manchester City, 20 trophies, and now that I was bringing up the issue of in my league 2 teams are winning, blah 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 blah, da, 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 da. Bro, Pep has won 6 out of the last 10 league titles. It can never be a Farmers League more than that. Even Gor Mahia here in Kenya have not dominated the league that much. So clearly, your league is the Farmers one. Pep has won the FA Cup for so many times that probably I've lost count. Pep has been dominating every. Do you know what it takes to win a league by 100 points? It means you've literally lost to less than 5 teams in a season. How is that not a Farmers League? Anyway, Kolo, finally Pep, after losing the league title to Mikel Arteta, he has decided to leave Manchester City. Can we confidently say, because remember, all of these are my kids, by the way, they are La Masia boys, but can we say Mikel Arteta has forced Pep Guardiola into early retirement?
I think that is the biggest joke you've ever made since I've known you. But the reality is, I feel that Pep, it's the same scenario we had with Klopp. I feel that they feel they've done everything and they have nothing more to chase. But I stand here still strongly believing that Pep is the best manager in the world after Jose Mourinho. And then a close third is Klopp. But he's done the best for us. Like, we've enjoyed Manchester City for the last 10 years. I think all we can do is give him his flowers. But the reality is, I think Pep has just, the energy is just not there anymore. But it's not about Arteta or anything. Remember, this is the same coach who won the league with 100 points, with his number two having 99 points. Oh, with 99 points, with the number two having 98 points. So this coach, in terms of, he's a super coach. So all I'm saying is just the best. I'm wishing him all the best in whatever he's going to do next.
Bro had to sneak in Jose Mourinho and Klopp, like we'd not notice. To be honest, Carlo Ancelotti is still a manager. Luis Enrique is still a coach. Bro, you don't have to do this to yourself. Anyway, Aizo, are you happy now with the city of Manchester? At least after Pep leaving, we'll have the fans, will have the confidence to walk around the city, because it's not like they are walking in a city that is being ruled by the other side, the blue side of Manchester.
First, I'll start by saying you are saying that the Premier League is the Farmers League, which I'll first want to address that, because the Premier League is clearly not a Farmers League. A Farmers League cannot have finalists in all three major competitions, finals. That is, just saw Aston Villa, they lifted the Europa League. I don't know where your Spanish teams were. Arsenal, it will not lift, but I mean they're in the final. Crystal Palace, same for the Conference League. Again, another thing, for Pep Guardiola, yes, for the last decade, he has literally dominated the English Premier League, as we've said, but with 115 charges. Lest you forget, Man City just buy people left, right, and center. I mean, they just go and get Gay, they just go and get Semenyo. Those guys are they just have a crazy advantage over everyone else. I don't know why they're not getting charged by the FA or the Premier League for breaching all those rules. But again, that being said, Guardiola himself has changed the English Premier League. He has been honestly the best manager in the Premier League after Sir Alex Ferguson. People might argue maybe he's greater than Sir Alex Ferguson, but I would greatly dispute that because of the charges. Because Sir Alex Ferguson worked from scratch to where he got Manchester United. Actually, on Pep Guardiola, I'm just reading something that Manchester City will build a statue of Pep Guardiola. So they'll build a statue outside the Etihad Stadium. And again, I'm seeing a Man City newly developed and expanded North Stand at the Etihad Stadium will be named the Pep Guardiola Stand. So basically, for the work he's done, he's become a legend to the 29 Man City fans and the Man City in general. And yeah, it's a good thing that he's leaving, so that now Carrick can dominate the Premier League and next season the other. So sorry for Kolo, your team will not be winning anytime soon because you still have Ancelotti. But yes, Pep is a legend.
Well, Pep is a legend. There is no doubt about that. And you, my guy, you were saying it. There are three, I don't know how many English teams in the European finals. By the way, the Spanish teams have won the European competitions way more. We are standing at 27, if I'm not wrong. And on Wednesday next week, Rayo Vallecano have a chance to make it 28. So please.
Remember, last season, apart from, I believe, is it PSG? The Europa went with Tottenham, and Conference, I believe, went with Chelsea. Am I right?
So she dominate, bro. Nah, we dominate. You only dominate on paper. On paper.
We move on.
Anyway, there are, you can say there are dead rubber games, at least for the top 4 teams this weekend, because it's the final match week of the English Premier League, and I can see Aston Villa against Manchester City, 1 dead rubber game. Manchester United against Brighton, 1 dead rubber game on Sunday. All the games are happening at the same time on Sunday. Newcastle, Fulham. So maybe if we are to be fair, it gets serious from position ngapi hapa. People who are fighting for Europe. Bournemouth have a real shot at Europe, by the way, especially after Aston Villa winning the Europa League juzi, if I'm not wrong. So Bournemouth have a chance to play in Europe. Hapa hivi Bournemouth, Brighton are fighting for this spot because if Bournemouth lose and Brighton win, they have a chance to come to 6th. And because Aston Villa won the Europa League, I think Bournemouth will have a chance to play in Europe. So, my brother, Bournemouth or Brighton or Liverpool? Because no, let me just be fair. Liverpool, Bournemouth, or Brighton? Who is going to qualify for Europe? Kolo.
Of course, Liverpool will qualify. But I think for the last position, I'm going with Brighton.
Brighton.
For the last position, I'm going with Brighton, yeah.
Aizo, you don't see Bournemouth winning their last game, and mind you, Ndani Areola is playing Nottingham Forest on Sunday.
My friend, I don't know if what I saw is correct, but I think now Bournemouth are unbeaten in 17 Premier League games. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected, and I don't see how Bournemouth lose. Iraola has been a very, very good manager, and I see Bournemouth will be Liverpool. I see they'll finish 5th. To be fair, I think. But unless now, because they have a superior goal difference. But I see Liverpool and Bournemouth. I think Brighton will miss out because they're playing the greatest Manchester side to be this season.
I don't check it. They're playing the greatest Manchester. Anyway, so our eyes turn to the World Cup. Of course, we're a couple of days away from the World Cup in Mexico, US, and Canada. And we've already seen some teams tayari zimeshatoa squad zao to represent their national teams in the World Cup. And the biggest news today has to be the English national team squad, where the one boss of Trent Alexander-Arnold has been left out, but so is Cole Palmer. The Cole Palmer will be celebrating at Cobham, like the rest of people, and watching the games on TV, kama kila mtu, like you and me, because he's not been called up for the national team. There's another key figure here. Of course, Grealish has not been called up, and I'm trying to confirm if this dude, Phil Foden, has been called, and no, he has not been called up. Brother, what are your thoughts? Because everyone is asking, why, how in Christ can you not call up Trent Alexander-Arnold while he finished second, trophyless behind FC Barcelona with Real Madrid?
So for me, my biggest shock for all those four was Trent, of course, but I called it when Trent left Liverpool because he was not assured of game time going to Real Madrid. And I think this is the biggest factor that has affected him. I think it's not about his quality, it's about the amount of game time he has gotten at Madrid. And if I was sitting with him last year as he was making this decision, I would have actually advised him to stay where he has a proper number and he's going to play all the games provided he's fit. I honestly think he's the best player to lose out for the English team. For Phil Foden, I know he's been struggling with injuries. For Cole Palmer, I think Chelsea as a team has really let him down. And for Harry Maguire, I don't believe that he will make this squad currently. Because I think the England, how they're currently being set up, they are looking for a very young and dynamic defense. Yeah.
Young and dynamic defense. Of course, the Manchester United guy here, your senior player, Harry Maguire, has been left out. And he's going to put out a statement. Akisema bana, he is very shocked that he didn't make it to the final squad. What do you have to say about this?
I second him. Actually, I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked why Maguire would miss out, because whenever Maguire puts on the England shirt, I mean, he's played the last 4 major tournaments for England, and he's been pretty good. I mean, whenever you want a goal, I don't think there's a better header of a football than Harry Maguire in the world. Probably you just ask Liverpool who Maguire is. They know him. That guy is just a clutch player. I mean, I have the England squad here because you cannot tell me you pick John Stones over Harry Maguire. No, the troll Maguire is the Maguire of 2021. The troll Maguire, that era is over. Maguire has been simply our best centre back. I mean, John Stones has played literally no minutes. What is he doing in the squad? Ezri Konsa is not better than Maguire. It's better actually. It's better just take him to the squad, even if he's not starting, because there are games that you'll need Maguire, because he cannot score headers that Maguire scores. That's just clutch player, and he's been sensational. Any Liverpool, not Liverpool, rather, any England fan can tell you how good Maguire has been for them whenever he has put on that shirt. So for that, I believe that's a mistake. Trent, we all saw it. Trent has been rumored here and there. He's not been there. I mean, Tuchel has not even called him for the last friendlies, I believe. So yeah, again, I see another shock was Trent. Another shock was maybe I thought Maguire missing. Colwill will come in again. Colwill is not there. Foden is not there. But my surprise was Cole Palmer, because Foden has not been having a good season. But also Cole Palmer. But I mean, those are players that can change the game, or they can play this. When you are leading, they can come on. Cole Palmer has still been good. Then the last surprise was Morgan Gibbs-White. I mean, he's simply been. He has even been nominated for the Player of the Season in Premier League. Just putting him out, and I don't know. It's just crazy, and a very bold move for Tuchel, but very good news for us German fans, because now England is weak. I hope we will get them so that we thrash them and throw them out.
All right, I hope you thrash them and throw them out. My brother was saying, hey, you're Germany. I saw Julian Nagelsmann has also named his squad for the World Cup, and our goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen has been left out. Fair enough. I've seen the likes of who's this striker? I'm forgetting his name. Fulkrug. Is that the right pronunciation? I'm not sure. But also left out. Are you confident? Bro, I used to look at the German squad and I'm seeing Ozil, Philip Lahm. Bro, of course, a very sane, a very normal, very high energy Manuel Neuer. Right now, I'm seeing unknown names, bro. Maybe I can count Musiala, who has not been having a very good form since returning from injury. Florian Wirtz, who is still trying to establish his ground at Liverpool. The likes of Leroy Sané, who has been having a terrible season at Galatasaray, and fans are even calling out Julian and asking them, bro, what are you doing? This squad of you as my brother, do you think you guys will make it out of the group stages?
Germany is Germany, my brother. I like it when people now people like you, Spain merchants, start talking about Germany, thinking Germany now is. Of course, we don't have the bigger names like Ozil. Muller was there, very big, good player. But now the keeper is back. I mean, it's a bit unfair for Bowman, because he's been our number one recently during the friendlies since Noah said he has retired. But for me, yes, after seeing our few last friendlies, I believe Germany still have got it, because now, if you mention all the big teams, people have kind of thrown Germany, and they're not talking about Germany. They're just what will I use? Wanawatarao. They say Germany is a small team, but my friend, we still have. For Colo, Florian Wirtz for Germany is very, very different. I don't know what slot gives him at Liverpool and starts playing shitty football, but whenever he puts on the German kit, awesome player. Musiala, awesome player. We have Rudiger, we have Tar, the keeper at the back, we have Kimmich. The squad is there. We will surprise people. I'm seeing for sure round of 16 will pass. Maybe semi-finals. I'm saying semi-finals, maybe finals. You watch out.
Finals. Okay, Isaac here is saying that they will surprise us. I hope they do not surprise themselves. Anyway, we I am Team Spain, of course, and we are stacked for options everywhere. Bro, we literally have John Garcia and Unai Simon competing for that #1 spot. I know this other guy who won the league title, but I'm telling you, the positions are stacked from the defense, the goalkeeping, the midfield, the attacking. You guys have to pray for yourselves because now we are just coming for the entire thing. Kolo, what team do you support?
For this particular World Cup, I am with the French national team. Yeah, so and the final is going to be France versus Portugal. Just know I said it.
Well, you're going way too fast here. I'm not sure you're going to get to the final, but if you do, Spain has
No,
to
the
be there.
final is France versus Portugal. Wait and see.
Now, do you remember the Lamine Yamal goal in the semi-finals of the Euro? What a goal!
Yes.
That's screamer. Do you remember that goal?
But you're telling me to remember. You see, we are talking about the future. We're talking about the World Cup. I'm telling you, don't tell me about something I need to remember. I am telling you the
No,
truth. France
Kylian
is
Mbappe has been
winning.
scoring. Kylian Mbappe has been scoring useless goals at Real Madrid. That's why they ended up trophyless. So I'm thinking this guy might be having one surprise for us. He's bringing that form to this France national team. Yeah, he'll score goals. By the way, he might be even the top scorer for the World Cup. But these goals will be useless.
Let's just wait and see.
Let's wait and see. I'm confident Spain is going to walk over this one because I don't think there's any squad that has better players than us. It's very sad because I should be rooting for an African team. With that says, I've seen Senegal has a very good squad. South Africa, Congo, dear Congo. I have a personal favorite. Mayele plays for Pyramid in Egypt. They finished second. I'll be playing the African Champions League, but it's going to be a bit harder for African teams, if I'm being honest. We might have another. I'm not sure we'll have a surprise team past the round of 16. To be honest, I don't think so. So it seems like we agree on that. So we'll finish with each and every one of you will give me the farthest they think their national teams will go. We'll start with the ISO. Where do you think Germany will go the farthest they can go?
Germany for sure. I mean, there are many teams, but Germany, I believe, still one of the bigger teams, as you said. But I see, in terms of squad, I see France have a very good squad. Spain also, you guys have a very good squad. Apart from that, Portugal usually perform poorly, so I expect them to continue performing poorly at the World Cup. So I'm not seeing any surprise. So for me, my only competition, the only team that I kind of don't want to meet is Spain and maybe France. So that being said, I think Germany will be at the semis, quarterfinals. If we fail, that's if we have a poor World Cup, quarterfinals. But honestly, I see ourselves semifinals because I don't believe we'll. Honestly, I don't see us lifting the trophy. But you don't know. But yeah, I'll say quarterfinals if we fail. If it's a failure for World Cup, quarterfinals. But yeah, quarterfinals and maybe semifinals.
ISO thinks Germany will go as far as they don't meet France and Spain. Colo, where do you think your team will get? Do you guys even think you will
For
have
us,
a different?
it's normal. It's normal. France will be in the final, but I don't see them going past Portugal. You need to remember that this Portugal is having a 28-man squad as opposed to all other teams that are having a 26-man squad. So I think
And
Portugal.
how is that a factor, bro? You're taking two dead average players as the two extra players. How is that going to be a factor?
No, but one player, the one player they included in the list was Diogo Jota, who really worked hard to get to this World Cup. And I think they are going to push because of that team chemistry. And then they know this is Ronaldo's last World Cup. I honestly feel this is going to be a magical fairy tale ending for Ronaldo. So I expect France to be in the final. If they do less than that, then they have failed for this campaign. But I don't, if they meet Portugal in the final, which I think they are going to do, I see them losing to Portugal.
Well, you are talking about fairy tales. We are not in some class 2, class 3, class 4 classes here. There are no, we will not have any fairy tales, my brother. If your team is good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. As a, I'm a Spaniard by choice, so I am confident that our squad is very stacked in all the areas in the midfield, even more. And I'm confident Luis de la Fuente is capable of sending us to a final and actually winning it. So unless we meet something unusual, Spain should be in the final. You guys can choose whatever team you want us to play in the final, and I'll be here because I'm not backing down. Anyway, that was good for today. I hope you guys have good weekend plans. Mimi, I'm going to have fun, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.